happen and get it over with. Unlocked potential. It made me feel like an Animal Crossing character. That is the equivalent of when guys go the exhaustion. I felt my body cute and juicy and fun as well. So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And let's do our Pokemon sleep research stuff. Actually, let me lower the brightness. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, much better. So we are going to connect to our device. And I have some stories to catch up with you guys on, which is going to be fun. But in terms of my catches, I haven't really caught anything good. I caught a Stuffle yesterday, actually. And I didn't yet take a look at the stats and everything because I was doing something at the same time and then I forgot. And now I remember that I didn't even look at the stats, so we'll take a look at that together. We got a Sprigatito that showed up, which is nice, and an Eevee, but maybe I will pick up that Sprigatito since I haven't yet caught a good one from the event that happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm not in a need for potatoes because I have good potato farmers, but I mean, why not, right? And it's a grass type, although once it evolves to its third evolution, it changes its typing, so it's not really going to be helpful at Lapis Lakeside anymore. The third evolved form of Quaxley changes into a fighting type, which actually is great, works out in Lapis Lakeside. Alright, so my Eevee is hungry, so that's going to be a catch. So we will nab that up. And it's friendship level 41 now. The highest friendship level I have with any Pokemon because of the Eevee event. And I think I'm gonna skip on giving the... Oh, weird. On my recording, it looks like the bars for Pikachu are turning gray and red, but on my phone, it doesn't look like that. Anyways, for Sprigatito, I think I'm gonna save my cookies because I don't really need it, and I'd rather save it for the water type event. And if it does show up during a nap time, I could just use a bonus biscuit on it, and we'll be good. So I think I'll do it on Eevee. Just in case there's any of you guys out there who are planning on raising a Vaporeon for the Suicune event, which we actually got some mail about that. So I feel like this was the most anticipated in the sense that we just wanted to happen and get it over with instead of that build-up anticipation for the event to come. Let's see, we got double cacao, Dream Shard, helping bonus, Sleep EXP bonus, helping speed, and skill trigger. It's ingredient finding up with energy recovering down. It's probably not going to use that. I have better, but at least we caught it. Alright, now let's gather all of our ingredients. We got a recovery incense, which is great because I use that for nap time. So it gives my Pokemon extra EXP and sometimes even fills it to nearly 100%. So we are looking good on ingredients. I think I have like... Okay, I'm gonna make breakfast, pick that up, and then probably swap out my Geodude. My Golem. My Golem or my Pupitar? Maybe my Golem because my Quaquaval also farms beans. So if I do slowly run out on beans, at least I kind of make up for it with the fancy ducky. And I haven't got any crits yet either. I thought the volume was off for a second, but there was just no volume during that area, that time. Alright, so our Pokemon are nice and full now. I'm at Ultra 5. Making a bit of slow progress. I did miss a meal. When I was out with my friends, I forgot to feed lunch, so I missed out on lunchtime. But as you guys could see, I maxed out my ingredient bag again, and I increased it to 700. Whoops. So, I have a lot of warming gingers and a lot of green grass soybeans. So I think I'm going to swap out 2 Pokemon. I'm gonna swap out Bean Dude for... Actually, let me swap out Liv first. I'm going to add in my Espeon EO. Or IO, however you like to pronounce it. And I am going to bring in Arya to keep the team healthy. Ideally, I would like a Ralts because it's favorite berry typing for Lapis, but that's fine. At least we got 2 favorite berry typings with Quaquaval and Espeon. And Espeon has berry finding on it, which is pretty nice. Let me show you guys, since it's been a while. So here it is. Helping speed, berry finding, inventory up L, inventory up S, and skill trigger M, with main skill chance up and ingredient finding down. So that's the team for the later part of this week, and most likely going to go into the weekend as well. Alright, so let's pick up our sleep points, our exchange points, and see what we get in the daily lotto. Another biscuit. I'm not even kidding, guys. This is the 3rd biscuit I've gotten in a row, which is pretty nice. Alright, so nothing really worth pointing out with the news that we got. It's pretty much the same thing that's been mentioned before with Entei and Raikou, but for those who are new, you can only have 1 legendary. They call it special Pokemon here in the game, but you can only have 1 on your team at a given time. You can befriend multiple, but you can only use 1 at a given time. So main skill is Helper Boost Water, and it is going to be appearing at these locations here. So Greengrass Isle, Cyan Beach, and Lapis Lakeside. And then for the actual research event, in week 1, we are locked into Greengrass Isle, which is expected. And then in week 2, we can venture off into Cyan Beach, Lapis Lakeside, or if you would like to, you could stay in Greengrass Isle. But event bonuses are pretty much the same. There will be one extra ingredient that ingredient finding Pokemon will bring you. And this is only for water type helpers though. And then water type helpers will also have main skill chance being able to be triggered by 1.5 times more. Oran berries is the the favorite berry as expected. And yeah, certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear. And then the second week is a little different because the main skills for the water type helpers will be boosted by 3, which is great. So it's like a built-in main skill seed that you get for that week, and you get to see the unlocked potential of your Pokemon. And then Snorlax will appear at a starting strength, which will probably be Ultra 4 like it's been for the others. And Drowsy Power will be multiplied by 1.5. I could have sworn there was a dish strength multiplier, but maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, we will see for week 2 where I end up wanting to go. But that's pretty much the news. Nothing really new. So let's go into the research community tab. And this is my matchup for today. So the color is looking better in terms of like how it's not fully bleeding into each other. I got an ice cube tray, so I have 2 round ice balls here. And I feel like that's what's helping the blueberry syrup stay on the bottom. And then I saw this trick that some people do. They sprinkle salt on the ice because then it helps keep the salt crunch stay instead of just melting into the liquid. And the salt will bring out the sweetness of everything. Now it is kind of hard to, like, the blueberries just staying down there, but I'll just try to take a sip. That is so good. And you know what? I think the salt was a good touch. Like, it sounds weird, but I also like salt on watermelons. If you guys ever seen that in anime or tried it out, like, you'll know it just brings out this taste to it. But I'm so happy, and I'm really happy I got a ice tray as well, because it's game changer having your matcha iced. I was having it basically like cold, but like fridge cold, you know? But wow, is that good. I am so happy. And can't believe it's been that long since almost dropped my comb. It's been so long since I decided to finally pick up an ice tray, but I made room for it in the freezer. So, super happy about that. But I had a little mess to clean up this morning. I didn't realize that yesterday when I was making my matcha, I didn't close my oat milk properly. So there was a little drip happening in the fridge, and it spilled over on the box that had my leftovers from Wednesday. So I can't eat it no more. And I had to clean it out, but oat milk is still good. But yeah, that was my little mishap earlier. And that was like my messy pre-record. And also magnetons, before I forget. So in the Scarlet Violet, I really appreciate how the Magnemite actually has like a chrome looking body to it. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is that? I just saw like a metallic looking thing from afar. And I was like, oh my god, that's a Magnemite. And it looks legit. Now, speaking about my time on Wednesday. So I had a really good day on Wednesday. I had a pole class, so I needed to look for parking. And I got really lucky. I've been very lucky lately. When I go look for parking, I was able to find the 2-hour parking spot that was empty. So I parked there. I was early, so I decided to just take a walk around the city and enjoy the vibes, you know? People watch and everything. There was a performer singing and playing his guitar, so I sat down and just enjoyed that for a bit. It made me feel like an Animal Crossing character listening to KK Slider. Yeah, that was a really nice moment. And just watching all the people in the city who may be locals, may not be locals. Some people might be on dates, some people might be on vacation, their anniversaries, taking pictures and everything like that. So it's just very nice to watch and observe. And then I got home, showered, got ready, and then there was a squall. So I was kind of nervous whether or not the plan was going to happen, because you don't know how long the squall is going to happen for, and driving out in that condition is not safe at all. But it ended in like less than 30 minutes, and then I was able to head out and charge my car. And the most mildly annoying thing happened. So when I came in, there were enough parking spots so that when you come to park your car to charge it, you can leave a space between you and the cars beside you. So it was perfectly like that. And then I would say about 15 minutes into my charging session, that was when like 3-4 cars left because they finished charging, right? So there was an entire row that was completely empty. Tell me why this person brings his car to charge and he goes right beside in between me and this other car when there were a row of empty spaces that he could have gone to. And the thing about charging electric cars is it's better when you're charging and leaving space in between each car so that it uses less electricity. That's at least what my car tells me. So I was just kind of like, oh my God. But on top of that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm just going to assume that he didn't know, you know? But even with that aside, there was still so many spaces for him to park between. Or not even park between, because there was no in between to go between. It was just a free empty row of space that he could have gone to. So I don't know, it kind of just like weird. And I told my friends about it, and then my guy friend told me that that is the equivalent of when guys go to the urinal and someone decides to go right beside you. Like, you could be the only one there in that row and they'll go right beside you. So I don't know, like, what compels people to do that. And so yeah, that was the charging. And then the charging went quicker than I expected, so it all turned to work out well. So I drove to the restaurant later. I got there early, and then I got a text from my bestie who told me that she and my cousin were gonna come late. So I'm like, okay, at least they let me know that they were coming late, because I hate it when people know they're gonna be late, but they don't tell you they're gonna be late, you know? So then you're kind of left on standby, and that can be pretty not good. I've noticed lately when I check the research community tab, I don't really see shinies, which is an interesting observation. Oh, and I also don't have a friend. Someone removed me, or maybe they just stopped playing the game. But yeah, if you guys want to be friends, actually maybe I'll ask someone on Discord too, because it's like they join the Discord and everything, so they get first dibs. So yeah, I met up at the restaurant. I was there early, and I heard that my friends were there, but they were at a park nearby. So I texted them. I'm like, hey, I'm here. When you guys are here, just let me know. So we get there. We're the first ones there, the first three there. We get a table, and we just like catch up for a while. And it was really good because one of my friends, he moved to Mexico, and it's been so long since I've caught up with him and everything. And just hearing about like how his life has been, how he's been adapting, being the minority there as well, was something interesting to hear his perspective of. But what I loved the most was hearing how he has developed new hobbies. Like, he really got into baking and cooking, and he showed me the Basque burnt cheesecakes that he made. So it's a style of cheesecake. It's not like New York cheesecake or anything, but if you haven't tried it, it is such a delicious cheesecake. It's so rich in flavor, and if you're not much of a cheesy person like me, where cheese flavor stuff can overwhelm you, a Basque burnt cheesecake is chef's kisses. So he was showing me he made like a chocolate flavor, like the chocolate flavor, the plain flavor, not vanilla. It's just like the regular flavor, and the matcha flavor. And I love how while he was showing me the pictures of his cake, he had a favorite. He was like, oh, this one is my favorite because aesthetically looking, it came out nice with like all the textured lines and the burnt edges and everything. And I just thought that was so cute that he has a favorite, and that he's developed this eye for baking on top of the hobby for it, you know, because you could have a hobby and make cake, but to have an eye for it where you're like, oh, I like the way it turned out once it baked and settled, and like the look of it and everything, like it was just so cute to listen to. So I'm so happy that he developed such a great hobby, and I'm sure his girlfriend is eating very well, especially with all that cake. And he told me how he also likes to bring it to work and have people try it out and tell him honestly like whether they have any feedback. And that is just such a great way to connect with people as well, right? I feel like food, especially across cultures, is such a beautiful way to connect with people because it's such a universal experience as well, eating food. So that was so much fun. And then my girlfriends came and we finally started eating. Food was all right. Drinks, I got a mocktail because I'm driving and I kind of have a zero alcohol tolerance, or zero, not tolerance, policy when I drive. Definitely though, sometimes I will give myself that drink if I know I have like an hour or two to let it through my system because I metabolize alcohol quickly as well. But that day particularly, I just didn't want to drink. And on top of that, I was feeling pretty dehydrated. And alcohol dehydrates you even more. So I did not want to wake up with dry skin the next day because I'm very prone to that when I drink alcohol. So I got a mocktail. It was damn delicious. It was called like the peach soju fizz. I don't know why they kept the name soju when there's no soju in it. And they use Yakult. But it was so good. And yeah, the drinks made up for it, but the company really was what made up for the entire experience. And it was just so nice to like take a look around your table and be like, damn, we've been friends since high school. So yeah, I left very happy, very full. And I didn't really take much footage of the night because I just wanted to savor the moment. I did take some video of my food though because I wanted to share that with my partner. One of my favorite things is like sharing pictures of what we're eating because I'm like, oh, what is that? Or if I know that he really, really likes something, when he shows me a picture, I want to like look up the recipe and try to learn how to make it myself. But yeah, that was my Wednesday night. I came home and it was almost like 11 in the morning. So I was like so tired. So I had a really good shower and then I fell asleep. I woke up the next day, Thursday, and I was beat. On top of the exhaustion I felt, my body was aching. Like my arms, holy shit, my arms are so goddamn sore. Because we did a lot of split grips. And that is like so taxing on your arms. So I'm still feeling it today. I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, my body feels so achy. And that was pretty much my Wednesday. So Thursday, I took it really easy to let my body relax and recover. Did my usual chores and doing a lot of like research on audio editing and all that stuff, because I noticed that when I was editing for the footage that I got on this camera for my vlog on Wednesday, the audio was so weird compared to the audio footage from Japan. And I realized it was because I accidentally set down the recording level lower. So yeah, the next vlog, the audio is not going to be the greatest because recording audio level was at 15. I resetted it and the default is 26, so quite the jump. So the next vlog is going to be not the greatest, but the one after that, I hope that the audio level will be a lot better. Oh, so it's triple corn. It's looking good so far. Let's see. Inventory up L. I'll take that. Helping speed is good. Sleep EXP bonus, not bad. Inventory up, not bad. It's not looking the greatest though. And then skill trigger M at the very end. Let's see what the main skill: chance up, energy recovery down. You know what? I'll take that. It's not bad. I mean, I don't have any ingredient finders. And my Comfey farms corn too. And I have a Ninetales also. So probably not going to invest in this. Definitely going to keep it and continue the search. But I am glad I finally found one that's triple corn. And then the EV we already looked at together. But yeah, for today, I plan on taking it easy again because my body is just killing me. But I need to pick up a sponge for my sink, well, my dishes, my kitchen. So gotta do that maybe. But at the same time, I don't wanna leave my house. And I also need to clean my kitchen counter and sink. So I'm gonna do that later today before I take my shower, because when it comes to like cleaning my toilet or cleaning my kitchen, I like to do that right before my shower. So I feel immediately clean afterwards. But yeah, that is going to be my plans for the rest of the day. I'm going to continue editing my vlog, editing my Pokemon Sleep Let's Play, and hopefully release the vlog today and then the Let's Play on Saturday. So weekends, I'm going to be busy because I'm going to be having a sister sleepover. So my little sister is coming over to sleep over and we're going to have so much fun. She wanted to do ring making. She found this ring making workshop in where we live, and the style of rings is exactly what I was looking for in jewelry, but it was hard to find one that makes this style at the places I go shop to. So I'm glad that I will have the experience to make it myself. I'll show you some pictures here, but it's like, it's so fun, you know, it's a fun statement piece. And I feel like the rings I have, I'm not wearing them, but the rings I do have, they're very dainty, very thin, minimal. So I'm really excited to make a fun ring. And my sister wants to make a ring too, so maybe we'll make like matching sister rings. But I really have to figure out what kind of style I want. I was thinking about like a heart, because it looks so cute. And then the ribbon looks so cute too, but then like this chunky one with the multi-stoned jewels in it looks so cute and juicy and fun as well. So I really gotta decide which one I gotta make. And then I'm bringing my sister home on Sunday, and then Monday I'm helping out my best friend clean out her kindergarten classroom, and then she's gonna come over and I'm gonna have another sleepover. So I'm quite the busy bee, and yeah, I need to recharge my social battery today to get ready for all that. But thank you guys so much for joining me in yet another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this ramble. I feel like my words are all over the place. But if you have not yet joined us in the Discord, good time to do so that you can add friends and probably get more Suicune main as well. And I will see you guys on maybe Monday. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.